So I'm going to make this pretty simple because I'm not a doctor or anything. I just want to be able to explain what I've learned so far and hopefully help people that resonate. Anyway, the first thing that I learned, and I wish that I knew earlier, is that to classify something as an addiction, like, because you could be passionate about a lot of different things. You could be passionate about, you know, romance, about intimacy and like people. You could be passionate about watching TV, about watching movies. You could be passionate about drugs. You could be passionate about alcohol. You could be passionate about a lot of different things. But it's like when you're driving home from work and you're like, no, I swear I'm not going to stop at the alcohol store. I swear I'm not going to stop. Then you stop. I swear I'm not going to spend more money on this. And then you spend more money on it. When the thing has control over you and it has power over you, that's when you can classify it as an addiction. You have to admit to yourself, like, this is unmanageable. Because for a long time, like, I've had my own addictive behaviors, addictive substances, addictive behaviors, whatever. And it's just resisting that this thing controls you makes it control you more, and it can like snake attack you in your blind spots because you deliberately like have these blind spots, right? When you're like, oh, I swear I'm not addicted, and then you're like thinking about when you can get your next fix, right? And it's like, okay, this has become unmanageable. This thing has power over me. This thing has control over me. Clearly, I keep making promises to myself about it and I keep breaking them. So you just gotta admit it, like research some 12-step stuff. Um, and another thing is that the addiction is not actually the problem, it's a symptom of the problem. So it's covering up a mental health issue. So think about what need your addiction might be soothing. It could be that you're feeling anxious, you're feeling inadequate, you don't like where you've gotten in life, you feel ashamed, you feel like a failure, you feel lazy, you've always hated yourself, whatever. Like, so then you indulge in this thing, or you just feel bored and you feel uncomfortable and you're indulging in your addictive behavior. You gotta figure out, what do I actually get? Like, this addiction provides me relief of pain, but what is the pain and where does it come from? So figure out what need that you have that this thing is actually needing. Well, I think I want to eat this like entire pumpkin pie right now, not because I'm hungry, but because I need intimacy and I'm like alone and I'm lonely. Like, whatever it is, think about, okay, so I don't actually need the pie. I actually need intimacy. How's a healthy way I can go about getting that? Maybe I should go outside and meet more people, Like, think about what need you're trying to meet with the thing. Um, and you're able to kind of implement more measures to improve your impulse control. Sometimes it takes completely changing an environment. That's one thing that I learned, because I found that as being a human, there's this inherent sense of like boredom, and there's just this inherent sense of unease and discomfort that we seek relief from, especially with all of our survival needs basically met for the first time in human history. I'm saying that like our living circumstance is pretty good. For the first time in human history, like, we have more access to things that we've never had before. So we're more prone to like this boredom. Like, a lot of us don't have to, like, if you're watching this video, we don't have to leave our homes. Like, we can Uber Eats like some food to us, and like we don't have to freaking go outside and get firewood to have a warm home tonight. So there's boredom. Acknowledging that, and then it's hard to go become like perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna like work all the time. I'm just gonna go to the gym. Like, I'm just gonna like be the perfect superwoman, Superman, and quit this. Well, it's like, take baby steps. If it's bad, you just gotta like do better. Like, if the alternative is drug use or alcohol use or some kind of really bad habit or lust, overindulging in certain things and dangerous risky behaviors, do something else. If you're very thrill seeking, go on like long hikes, go on adventures, go on freaking mountain climbs, like go travel, go live somewhere else, change your environment completely, do something crazy, do something that's on your bucket list, because like you can completely change your external reality and it will really stimulate you in a positive way that you don't have to stimulate yourself in a negative way. And it'll really counter that boredom, you know? So try something crazy and new and awesome, because if the alternative is you're like addicted to drugs and you're bored in the city, go do something crazy. Like who cares if you're sleeping on like couches and you're like living off of like minimal amount of money? It's like just be happy and be free. It's different when you have like responsibilities, when you have like a wife and kids or a husband and kids, but you can still find ways around this stuff when there's any issue. We as humans are creatives and we are problem solvers. We're meant to create solutions to problems, and you can find a way around any freaking problem. Look, freaking, there are people building spaceships and people building Teslas. You think that you can't find a way around, oh, well, if I leave my husband who's super manipulative and abusive and controlling and useless, and I leave, like, it's gonna be too hard to support myself. It's like, find a way. Make a way, find a way. Because they who have a will have a way. You can find a way. Like, stop thinking everything's impossible. Look for the tiny thing that you can do. Look, like, just try. People are giving up and try something and it fails. Just try again and try again. Volume negates luck. Like, so that's another thing I learned, is that counteract the boredom with something. And when you quit your addictive tendency, you're gonna feel probably like crap for a little while. When you stop, if you're not experiencing physical withdrawals, which you might be or probably will be, you're still gonna feel like not energized and bored and sluggish and just not motivated to do anything for a while. So anticipate that, expect it, and be patient and get yourself through it. It's gonna take a long time. It's not like a quick fix. You really gotta accept the fact that something has become really bad and unmanageable and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna struggle with this for a long time. I gotta stop for a long time and it's gonna be hard. Like, simple, like admit it, admit the truth instead of resisting the truth. Surrender to the truth. It's gonna be hard. Like, this thing is hard. So I'm gonna feel horrible for like a month, for like 2 months, for like 6 months, and then eventually I'll feel better. And then you gotta implement measures around that. Oh, I might feel really, really, really bad around this period of time when I might be really stressed out, halt, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, stressed, when you're more likely to make poor decisions. It's like, maybe if I'm feeling this way, instead of indulging in my addictive tendency, I can do this. I can go to the beach. I can go surfing. I can go do something with my friend. I can spend some time making reels and posting them on social media. So really think about it in advance. When I feel the urge to do this because of this, think about why you're feeling the urge in the first place. What is an alternative behavior that I can engage in? So I've really not learned too much about addiction, but I am learning ways to approach it. Everybody could be an addict, like, toward anything. Like, I've been doing a lot of just like reading and listening to information about it. There's like one doctor who was compulsively purchasing just like music CDs and spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and he had to have this extra CD. He had to, and he couldn't control himself from going to the store again. And it's like any of us could indulge too much in something to the point that it controls us. It doesn't have to just be anything hardcore. So it's really interesting to look at addictive tendencies and really try to come to an understanding about it. And just because you come to an understanding about it doesn't mean it can't override your knowledge and have that pull for you still. Like, you could be a neuroscientist with a full understanding of everything that's going on and still be an addict to freaking opioids, like, because the desire overrides all your knowledge, because it's just like right now you want to feel good, but at least shining a light on it, realizing how intense like this is. And because if you resist it, it's like worse for you. People with an understanding of it at least can acknowledge how bad it is, or like whatever. They can face the truth. So yeah, just have some compassion though. Be like, things are so accessible. Like alcohol and cigarettes are promoted like crazy. Now cannabis is promoted like crazy. Junk food, billboards, fast foods, like shoved in our faces. Like, sexual stuff shoved in our faces. So look at yourself and have some compassion as you would to another human being, and be like, well, of course you would succumb to this because you're dealing with these life situations that you hate. You're in a, whatever, like I said earlier, if there's a life situation that you're in, you need to change it now, like now, because your addiction is to cope with that life situation, whether it's a job you hate, whether it's a relationship, a living situation, a place, a city that you're living in that you hate. Your addiction will be used to cope with this. So if there's something deep down is wrong, you change it. But anyway, you look at yourself and be like, of course you would succumb to this, because look at how accessible this addictive behavior is, and you're struggling with this. So it's very natural to think that you, of course, and this thing is maybe social media, it's designed to be addictive, like by scientists. So have some compassion for yourself as you would to another human being, and allow yourself forgiveness, and love and support, and you can be okay. Like, you can implement some measures, and like I said, change your environment. If you know something's wrong, your addiction will be used to cope with it. So make some steps right now to fix it. Like, if you know something's wrong, stop ignoring it. Like, it's not going anywhere. You're just wasting your time. And every single day that passes is a day that you're not getting back. So, yeah. Thank you. My name is Stacy. Like and subscribe.